Well, hi there, YouTube. Guess what? Today, this week, on episode 36 of the Express.Skoolie, we are going to do something a little different. This week, we are actually heading up north in Pennsylvania to the Allegheny National Forest. And in the Allegheny National Forest, they've got a bunch of dispersed camping up there where you can actually stay for 2 weeks straight. No hookups, nothing else like that provided, but just a great out in the open experience. So we thought we'd just try it for a weekend and see what happens. So follow along as we head up north to the Allegheny National Forest in the Express.Skoolie. All right, we're leaving it behind. We're leaving the suburbs behind and heading up to the forest. Off we go. First, we got to stop and hook up the toad. And we'll get that going. I'll show you how that works when we get up there. And there she is. Sally's all hooked up and ready to go. So, off to the A&F we go. Well, we've traded the suburbs for the country. Driving on the old country roads. We're in northern Butler County. And heading on the way to the A&F. Keep following along. We'll get there. It gets more rural as we go. Coming into Marienville. Almost there. All right, Sally did her job. We went back and scouted the space out there, and it's about 6.5 miles from here in town back there. And it's in the middle of nowhere. Here we go. Fun times. So in the town of Marienville, you get to the end of the pavement and you're in the Allegheny National Forest. All right, we are just about to cross out of town and into the forest. Welcome to the forest. We're on now Forest Road 130 in the Allegheny National Forest. We're still going back in the forest. It's a ways back in here. We actually clocked it because we went out and scoped out the spot. From where the bus was to where the campsite was is 6.4 miles of this kind of road. I'm going about 15 miles an hour, 20 miles an hour on these roads. And it's bumpy and noisy and whatever, but that's okay. We're boondocking, baby. This is the Boondocks. You can't see me because it's really, really dark, but this is way cool. We're so excited to be here. Boondocking in the A&F. So we started the night with 97% battery because we were able to charge on the way up. So we'll see what it is in the morning. Time to cook dinner and relax by the fire, maybe with a beverage or two. See ya. Well, good morning. We're here. You can boondock on the East Coast. You just have to look. So this may not have been the easiest spot to get into, but it certainly was worth it. You can stay here for up to 14 days. I think it's 7 during the summer, but 14 all other times. And let's show you the site. It's pretty cool. You have to excuse us if we didn't film when we were backing in and whatever last night. It's a pretty tight turn here. I had to kind of go around and rich around a couple times. But once you get back on this lane, it's pretty nice and open. And it's starting to be fall. It's after Labor Day. But as you come walking back in here, there's Henry the bus. So we were only slightly out of level when we got in here. And we brought out the old trusty, rusty rotted 2x10s. And the 2x10s got us all leveled up. We only had to go up one level on both of them. And we're less than 1 degree out of level, you know, and it's just worked out great. So you don't come to these sites expecting it to be like a campsite, you know, like a campground or even a state park. I mean, this is completely boondocking, wild, out in the middle of nowhere. But it's kind of what we loved. Last night, it was so dark, and we have this clearing up here. It's beautiful skies today, but we saw satellites going over, we saw shooting stars, and more stars than I can tell you. It was spectacular. And we're all just surrounded by woods, and there's nobody else around except for us. It's like we have the entire forest to ourselves. Of course we don't. There's other people hiking in the forest and whatever. But you're dispersed enough that you feel like it's, you know, all by yourself. So if you don't mind, I got my coffee. I have some coffee cake inside and family. We're going to go enjoy, and then we're going to go hike for a waterfall and go see the Kinzu Viaduct today and just have an absolute blast. So we'll bring you along with us after I have my coffee. All right, we're off to find a waterfall. It's a little bit further on down this way, and then a hike. This is Forest Road 130 in the Allegheny National Forest. We just left our campsite. So here we are at the trailhead. We're going to head back and see if we can find Pigeon Falls. Come along with us. Here we go. All right, coming to our first stream to ford. This is not Pigeon Falls. This is beautiful, though. So we had to do a little map reading while we're here, so we're going to keep on following 17, which is over there, and not following 21, which is over there. That goes the wrong way. That's Hill Run. Pigeon runs up that way, and that's where Pigeon Falls are. Here we go. We were on the state game lands, and now the trail comes into the National Forest, and they are kind enough to let us know that it's the National Forest. Because this is a horse trail, it's a little easier to walk. It's, you know, it's not rocky and rumbly, so good times. Pigeon Run. All right, so we're going. You see back in there, that spot back in there, we see that all the way along here. It gets a little bit gushy in here. We've had a pretty wet fall, right?
Yes.
And poor Allison.
I stepped in mud.
Yeah, it's a little muddy, but that's okay. We'll get past it. Onward and upward. The temperature today is absolutely perfect. It's like 63, 64, 65. Perfect day for a hike to get out here and just watch the trails go on forever. This is awesome. I always marvel at this, and I see this in Pennsylvania more than I've seen it other places. Of course, I don't know how many other places you see. This tree seems to be growing right out of the rock. Look at its roots kind of come over and into the ground. But like, look at this little one. It's growing. I mean, this is a boulder that got here, you know, I'm sure by the glaciers years and years and years ago. And this little tree, just there must be enough dirt there that it can get going. It's just neat. Or the Pigeon Run. It's running. We've been wet, so the water's really running back through here. I love the sound of water. We're getting there. I promise we're getting there. That's where we've been. We've been about a mile and a half maybe. More to go. And we've arrived at Pigeon Falls. Or so the sign says. Let's go look, let's go look. We made it. There it is. Pigeon Falls. Everything we're seeing is worth the effort to get there. Yeah, it's amazing how nature survives and does things, huh? Look at that. Now we're at the top. Just a cottage small by a waterfall. That's where dreams come true. My motto is anything worth doing is worth striving for. That was fun, climbing over the rocks and seeing stuff. It's just spectacular. And it was worth it. For a fat old guy like me, it's great. Let's go. And just like that, we leave the National Forest and go into the state game lands. Seems like the same type of place to me, except I guess people must have guns here, so. Just like that, we're back again. Time to head back to the bus. There's Sally waiting for us.
Definitely got to turn around and subscribe
Well,
to the channel too.
There we go. You know, when you're out here in the wild, you got to thank the people that bring you out here. So I got to thank Gunther here. There he is. Check out Gunther's channel. Gunther found this spot out here. This is spot number 4 in the Allegheny National Forest on Forest Road 130, and it's just a spectacular sight. I really, really appreciate you doing it. I appreciate,
you're welcome.
You know, and check out his channel. He camps and boondocks and cooks with like a big old knife, and it's just fun stuff. So you got to check out his channel. I'll put a link to it.
It's all about having fun.
You bet it is. You bet it is.
That's what it's about.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming up, and thanks for pointing it out. I really appreciate it.
You're most welcome. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah.
I really am.
It's cool. Check out his channel. Link in the description.
Please do.
See ya. Couple burgers on the fire. Yum. Gonna have some green beans, some garlicky green beans. Times are great. And just like that, we're heading home. Gonna go stop and dump and get rid of the water out of our fresh tank. Gonna stop to cook for us on the way home and do that. And there we go. Having lots of fun. We'll wrap up when we get home. It's been a blast. So here we are, back in civilization with road noise and everything behind us. But I want to thank you guys for coming along with us as we made this trip up north to the Allegheny National Forest. You know, the key is that there are spots out east that you can boondock. You have to look for them. So we found this by looking on, we started on iOverlander. I found that there were a couple of spots up in the Allegheny National Forest. And then we started searching on YouTube, and we found Gunther and found his sites and kind of picked his brain and everything. And, you know, we thought we'd give it a try. It is isolated. You're way out there. There's not a lot of cell coverage. We did have our wee boost up, and we were able to get a little cell coverage. You know, so, you know, but you can stay out there for free for 14 days. So, just give it a shot. Take a look. If you certainly comment down below if you have any questions on that side. Check out Gunther's channel. Again, I'll put a link down in the description and a card up here at the top. But thanks again for coming along. We really appreciate all of you guys following us on this journey, and you know, we look forward to the next one, you know, as we continue on this wonderful journey. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.